What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap as the Lakers defeat the OKC Thunder 116-95. Finally beating this Thunder team how they should have the first two times. Third time's a charm, I guess. We righted our wrongs and we came out and we actually played excellent in spurts again because we tend to take breaks and let the team back in. But we played excellent in spurts. I'm satisfied with this one. I'm not content or happy till I see us win 3 to 4 to 5, straight games with this type of effort. But I am happy that we finally get to beat this OKC team. So stay tuned. I will be opening up a phone call Friday within like the 15-minute mark or so of this video. But I do want to break down this dub, man. LeBron James. What can I say? Clearly still top three, not only top five, but clearly still a top three player. Anytime we need a tug on his cape, because obviously Russell Westbrook didn't have a great game again. He wasn't as bad as he was yesterday. He did a lot of good facilitating, but still five turnovers a little too much for my liking. He had almost a triple-double again tonight, so he wasn't bad. But LeBron James, 33 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, plus 19 on the night, and only 2 turnovers. Phenomenal. He continues to show why I say, I think it's crazy that people think he's no longer top 5. He's still firing on all cylinders. It's just the rest of the team got to match him. So shout out LeBron James, man. He continues that strong play and his leadership, man. He's the most consistent player we've had this season by far. And then the hero of the game to me was Avery Bradley. My goodness. This man put on a clinic. I think tonight Avery Bradley thought he was Bradley Beal. The way he was just stroking, man, from beyond the arc. And not only that, defensively, lockdown, clamping up. This is why I'm confused when people say we don't have any defenders. Yes, we do. We have plenty of them, starting with players like Avery Bradley. And how about my boy Austin Reeves? My boy Austin Reeves with the clutch game, 13 points. Again, he was very good on both ends of the floor, very smart. He knows when to shoot, when to pass. He always defends, and he always gives us maximum effort. Those three right there were the highlight for me tonight. But the team overall, phenomenal. But again, just one game. And my problem is that will this team be able to show up again for the next game, right? That's always got to be the main question mark. I still think we had too many turnovers tonight, 17. We get sloppy, especially versus a younger team. You cannot play the Thunder and turn them over only 14 times to your 17 when you're a veteran team, right? We got to take better care of the basketball. But we shot extremely well, 45.2 from beyond the arc. I think the Lakers, when they play like this, just phenomenal. Now, people will point to Anthony Davis being missing and say, well, Dan, we play better without Anthony Davis. No, this is a very small sample size. We still need Anthony Davis, and we're going up against a team we definitely should have beat no matter who played. So, like I said, this team, they have a lot of potential no matter who's missing. That's why I don't make excuses for the coach and the players when players like AD are out. Tonight was a perfect example. We just stepped up. We moved the rock, shot. Everybody was in rhythm. We shot lights out, and we played team defense. And that's the key, guys. We held the OKC Thunder to exactly below their season average. They averaged 99 points again. We held them to 95. That's called playing both sides of the ball. And we did it in their home court where they smacked us the first time. But there's still very alarming things, guys. There's still very alarming things. For example, we make a good run. We were about to put this team away, and they make spurt runs in the end to try to put up a fight, right? So, for example, they outscored us 27-23. I find it really alarming that every time LeBron James goes to the bench, we struggle to generate offense. That's on the players, on the coaching staff, the game plan and schemes we're not executing, and just relying way too much on LeBron James. So yes, still very alarming things. Obviously, I'm going to open up the phone lines in a bit, but just wanted to get all my thoughts and the comment section's thoughts. Very happy, very pleased with the dub, but I want to see more. I want to see the Lakers show up, same energy next game. I want to see, versus the Magic on Sunday, another winnable game. And then on Wednesday versus the Dallas Mavericks, we need that win as well. My boy said we look good without AD. See, I knew that was going to be the narrative, but that's not the case at all. Clearly, obviously, there's more ball movement because when we pass the ball to Anthony Davis, sometimes he holds it a little too long. All superstars do that at times. But we might need him just to read and react off the catch quicker. That way the double doesn't collapse down low and he either turns the ball over or forces up a shot. We're gonna need to. I think after watching this game, I realized that the more there's ball movement, the better the chemistry, the better it impacts us on both ends of the floor because now guys are engaged on the defensive end since they're killing it on the offensive end as well. So you get everybody involved, and I think they buy in on both sides. I think Frank Vogel and the coaching staff have to do a good job of finding ways to, get these guys involved a little bit more. What do you guys think about that? He said, Lakers fishing good tonight. Yeah, we look good, Elizabeth. We look amazing tonight, but that's just tonight. We need to see more. He said, hi, Dan, legend. He said, Westbrook has some weird turnovers. Sometimes he tries to do a little too much. He just needs to slow down, let the game come to him. I like it when he changes pace during the right times because sometimes the lane opens up and that's when he switches gears and uses his explosion, athleticism, and his speed to his advantage. But I did like that he was looking to be more of a facilitator tonight. Still, 5 assists, a little too much. We need to keep that under 4. That's always been my target for him, especially versus a younger team. Like, we should be able to take care of the ball better versus in an experienced team like the Thunder, right? Just my opinion, guys. He said, I'm happy with Wendell. Absolutely. It helped AD wasn't there to screw it up. Now, I wouldn't go that far, guys. AD needs to be better as a player, obviously, but he also gives us a lot of advantages and mismatch opportunities versus oppositions. Don't buy the hype about we're better without Anthony Davis. I don't buy that one bit. Now, we'd be a lot better if Anthony Davis starts playing with a little more passion, aggression, and heart. However, that doesn't mean that we're a better team without him. Trust me. Beating the OKC Thunder tells me nothing about the Lakers with AD versus without. So let's not run with that crazy type narrative. That's like an ESPN type move, clickbait type stuff, right? Let them run with that. Let ESPN make up their own narratives and come up with their own storylines. But we're not going to do that here. He said, I don't like that LeBron has to be there for us to play with heart. I do agree with that. Y and H hoops. I did mention that earlier. I'm going to say, listen, this shows you the lack of coaching and ability to utilize your pieces properly and play the right pieces together. You should have implemented Rondo, who's another floor general, because when LeBron is out on the court, he erases a lot of our offensive deficiencies. He's a playmaker, a coach, a leader, everything. Frank Vogel gets exposed every time LeBron goes to the bench. Therefore, he should put another head coach type mentality in Rondo who can settle down the troops, get them in their spots, get them to get some easy buckets, and keep the offensive flow rolling. That's just how I feel, though. Could be wrong, but I feel like this is where his rotations are off. Tonight would have been a golden opportunity for Rajon Rondo to come in off the bench and give some minutes. I'm glad Austin Reeves played, though. I told you guys it should be a crime not to play this kid. This kid is a phenomenal defender, high basketball IQ. He's fearless, takes the right and makes the right shots, and he always gives us A+ on effort, aka Caruso style, right? So that's beyond me why he hasn't played. If anything, the way THT's been playing this season versus Austin Reeves, I've even made a case for Austin Reeves to start for floor space and in defensive opportunities, right? But if he's not going to start Austin Reeves, he's a rookie or whatever, then I would say split the minutes between him, THT, Wayne Ellington, and Malik Monk. There needs to be minutes for this kid. There's no exception. And tonight, he played by default because AD was out. I'm not sure he plays if AD would have played. So this is how deep we are as a unit, and he needs to use all of his tools properly at all times, guys. At all times, right? But I'm going to open up the phone lines, man. I want to hear from Laker Nation. Are you guys satisfied with this win, or are you guys going to take it one game at a time like your boy, man? Phone number to call is on the screen, 909-340-1463. Take a couple calls. Let's see how Laker Nation's feeling after this one victory. Again, I'm not trying to get too high or too low now at this point of the season. We're in cruise control mentally. I'm at the point where I need to see this consistently before I start getting too excited. But I am happy and satisfied with the win tonight. Now, you got to show it to me again versus Orlando and then versus the Mavericks moving forward. All right, let's take the first caller. What's up, man? You on live with Laker Nation?
Hey, yo, what's going on, Dan? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, especially after this victory, man. We needed a bounce back one after last night.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, y'all already know who I am, man. I just see the area code, so, right?
You know what, man? I get so many calls. Matter of fact, as you're calling right now, we got like about 10 callers on the line. So
I'm just having fun tonight, man. I mean, we just needed this win. All it took was one LeBron James to come back to knock off their pedestal, I guess. So, yeah.
Absolutely, it feels good versus the Thunder because the Thunder thought they had our number.
Yeah.
They think they're younger than us. They can outrun us, but we're clearly the better team, and we should have flexed it earlier in the season.
Yeah. Now I'll say this about the whole AD situation because I do see some, we're better off without AD. No, that's not the case. I agree with you, Dan. It's just the only difference is I'll say is that LeBron shows better leadership than AD, to try and ride the troops. Because
Right.
you notice that, when LeBron got to the bench and then all of a sudden that 25-point lead got cut to what? What was it, by 10 or 12? Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was like 14 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then LeBron quickly came back in the second quarter. I noticed Frank Vogel just does that. And I just hate the fact that we just have to rely on them way, way too much. Like the talent is there. I mean, come on. If it takes you one LeBron James just to beat a lottery team, then it still becomes a slight issue. Like I don't accept that.
Right. No, absolutely. You're right. And this is why I said I'm happy and satisfied with the win, but we still have some alarming red flags. My biggest concern is just we are riding LeBron, like he's Bullseye or something, off of the Toy Story movie. Like we're riding this man to no avail, and I'm afraid he'll get injured. Just like when Mike D'Antoni was riding Kobe in that season, I think it was 2013, and he tore his Achilles. History tends to have a funny way of showing his, its ugly self all over again. And I want to avoid that path, right? So that's my biggest concern. I agree, man.
Yeah, this is why I say, man, Westbrook just kind of gotta step up. You know what I'm saying?
They
got you the third option for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Westbrook.
Right. Absolutely.
I'll give it a shot because we won, but he has to still do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Westbrook and Anthony Davis definitely, both of them have to step up. We've been saying, I feel like we've been saying this all season, though. With the Lakers. Hopefully, something comes to fruition, man.
And final thing I can say is before I get out is that when I would say let AD kind of rest 4 or 5 games. Now I know that's risky for me to say it, because I don't want to see him get exposed, by another center, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know it's hard for me to say that, but I'm kind of leaning towards there. I don't know about y'all, Laker Nation. So that's just me. Try to get better and let Howard just play. Just let Howard get the minutes.
Right.
So
well, we'll see how we look. We'll see how we look versus Orlando, bro. Hopefully they continue this. That's all I'm asking for. Continue consistency.
So that's all. Just all I gotta say. That just wanted to call in and just show the mad love, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Man, mad respect to you, brother. Keep doing your thing, man. Laker Nation, all love, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the call, bro. Thanks so much for the call. All right, take it easy, bro. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Again. On point per usual, the callers. Couldn't have said it better myself. We need to find ways to get the best out of the rest, right? That's what we got to do. What's up, man? You on live with Laker Nation?
Hey, my brother, Dan. What's up, man?
Hey, just the guy I was hoping called in today. How you feeling about LeBron this week, man?
Okay, Dan, I want to keep it real with you, okay? I love what LeBron did tonight, and I'm going to tell you why. You see, when LeBron played bad, I always say LeBron is not top 5, all that stuff. It's actually to motivate LeBron. And I saw ESPN call out the Lakers, Kendrick Perkins, all those guys. That was very good for us. And I think that the Lakers need that. So I'm very happy with the
So wait.
I'm very happy with LeBron's approach tonight.
So let me get this straight. So you were saying that you were just saying he's not top 5 to call him out so that he gets motivated? Is that what you're saying?
No. I believe he's not top 5, Dad, because he still got to do it against big teams. But what I'm saying is this. I like the mentality that LeBron had tonight because he took the game personal.
Right.
You see how SGA, they shut down SGA. He wanted to show them that we're not going to win. We're not going to lose 3 times to that team.
Right.
That's what I want to see from LeBron. But I still believe he's not top 5.
You believe? Okay.
But I have to applaud him tonight, the way he played.
All right. Well, hey, hopefully, listen, I respect the fact that you're giving him credit, but he's been phenomenal all season long. If we're like, he's been the most consistent player we have, which is kind of sad to say at his age. He's been the guy. Like, you can maybe point to 1 or 2 bad games all season long. But in general, LeBron's carrying us, man. When he goes to the bench.
I agree with you that LeBron been the best Laker player, but LeBron haven't won a big game for us. That's what I'm saying. That's why I took him out of the top 5. But I'm not here to settle LeBron tonight. I want to
Okay.
say something. That I listened to also your music. I didn't realize you got very good music too. I want to say to your callers that they gotta go check out your music too, though.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much,
And
man.
also now I want to say something to the people who are slandering AD.
Go ahead.
AD, what I look at it is this way. What we doing? We did what we doing with LeBron, like putting pressure. We have to keep the pressure on AD. I don't want Laker Nation to give up on AD, but keep criticizing him because he needs to wake up, and that's the way we're going to be better. Because we have talent, we just need that hard testament that you always mention in your streams. And
Right.
I think that we need to keep that pressure. So this way, but tonight was a fantastic game. They played very well. You know, I love Reeves. What I saw from Reeves tonight.
Right. Oh yeah, he needs to play more. Absolutely.
And then I want to ask you this: what do you think about the paint? Because we lost the points in the paint. I didn't like that.
Well, I mean, I kind of figured we'd lose the points in the paint, even though we have LeBron attacking. LeBron and Russell Westbrook didn't have a great game, so
yeah, he was bad. He was bad.
So we lost the points in the paint, but AD has is a huge factor in that. I think AD is actually leading the league in points in the paint, even though we expect him not to settle by default for usage rate. I think he's leading the league in points in the paint, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we did miss Anthony Davis, so I'm not surprised tonight.
No, you can be right on that. My thing is this, though. Laker Nation has to realize this. AD is not a top 10 player no more. I don't have him in my top 10. So I don't have expectation no more for AD. All I want AD to do is overplay himself. So we're going to keep criticizing him so he can overplay himself. I want LeBron to overplay himself as well. So this way we're going to have killers. That's all we want. We best go with Kobe and all those guys. That's all we want, man.
You made some amazing points tonight. I give you credit for that. But we cannot keep knocking off our top players out of the top 5 and top 10 based off of early season struggles. Listen, even though Anthony Davis is struggling, he's averaging a quiet 24 and 10 with 2 blocks. Clearly top 10, bro.
But that, I know you got a lot of callers. Dan, let me tell you this. The way I measure my players is this. I look at the big games.
Right.
Well, if you gave me that in big games, you shut me down. But, we can agree to disagree, but I like the game tonight. I want to applaud them, but I'm still waiting for a big game. Until LeBron or AD does it in big games, I'm still not waving.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. We haven't had a big game this year versus a big team yet, but it's still early.
No,
but wait, but if versus the Warriors, we lost. But
no, that's what I'm saying. They haven't proved anything.
No, but wait. But my only thing to counter that argument about AD not being top 10 because we haven't had a big game yet is that there's been plenty of superstars that haven't had a lot of big games. Are you knocking them out of the top 10 as well? Because it's still early this season.
Steph Curry won big game. KD won big games.
Okay, that's 2.
Won big games. All of them perform in big games, and unfortunately, some of them beat us. So I don't see it that way.
All right, man. Well, let's agree to disagree, but you made some good points today, so I gotta give you credit for that, man.
So good music again, man. You take it, my brother.
Thank you, brother. You have a good one, man. God bless.
You too.
So, I mean, look, listen, we don't see eye to eye on top 5 and top 10. I think you got to look more at the history of a player and what he's gonna do throughout the course of the season, especially the playoffs. And then if the player disappears in the playoffs as well, then you can start removing them from the rankings. But in reality, look, Anthony Davis struggling and all, still averaging a quiet 24 and 10. Imagine if he wakes up, you definitely got to put him in the top 5 if he wakes up. That's all I got to say about that. Next caller, let's see who's calling in. What's up, man? You on live with DTLF?
Hey, my man, Dan, how you doing? It's Hector from Pennsylvania. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you been? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. How you been?
I'm good, man. I was listening to the whole conversation with the previous person that called.
Right.
And I disagree with him, seriously.
On what points, brother? On what points? I want to know which one.
I think AD just struggle. AD is basically right now on a slump that people don't realize that every player in the NBA passed for the same thing.
Right.
AD in a struggle right now is still average 24 and 10.
Right. Absolutely.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
He got a point. He said we don't prove yet nothing yet because we don't play with the big horse. Golden State or Phoenix Sun, we got only one game with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I say this: we got to be patient. We are right now. Most of the game that we lost is because chemistry.
Okay.
We don't have no chemistry at all. So right now, people are getting together. Now they know how to cut, and now they know how to position, and all that.
Right.
I agree with your comment that you say put AD for 4 or 5 game rest. When I mean rest, I'm talking about like put him on a gym.
Okay.
Basically, do some shots. I mean, previous this year, maybe to the bubble, maybe last year also.
Right.
He was one of the top 10 player on the NBA that can shoot, big guy that can shoot, make shots.
Top five.
Right now, he's basically out of control. Like, I mean, he's more mentally. You gotta put that guy on and send it to San Diego. I don't know, to a tiki bar or whatever. Send it to San Diego to the beach or whatever. Just enjoy like a whole week vacation with your family, and then you come back from Christmas and destroy the New Jersey Nets. That's what I want.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we have to basically giving the guy the chance. He's for me still one of the top 5 guys.
Right.
AD, he's top defender. He's a top defender. I was the first one that said, okay, let's do this, because I was so frustrated with him the last couple of days. But I mean, we don't know what the guy has been through. You know what I mean? We don't know. We're here. We just basically commenting, but we don't know if the guy mentally is frustrated. We don't know if the guy basically got a knee injury. We don't know.
Right. Well, I'll say this, man. I am concerned when I hear that, that he has right knee soreness because he added weight. And everybody knows, man, if your body's not used to that weight over the course of the season, that could actually amount to something pretty bad. So I hope it's nothing serious. And as far as giving him a vacation, man, I'm not sure about that. I know, it's just hypothetical, Right. No, I mean, I understand your point. Maybe he needs to reset or whatever. But, man, let me tell you something. I think he needs to get more in the gym, and he needs to refocus himself on what's important, man. That's just me, though.
I think he needs to lose some weight. If he lose some weight, he can get his mobility better.
Right.
Okay. Right now, I mean, he looks slow. To be honest, he looks slow.
Right.
I was at that point to say, you know what? I take right now Christian Wood on top of him right now. Like,
wow. No. We can't do that, man. Let me tell you why. Because these players that we're mentioning to trade him potentially for haven't showed us enough consistent, even playoff. They don't have a track record of being good in the playoffs. So you can't give them your full trust, But
I know for a fact that AD is better than that. He's one of the top 5 players.
Right.
He's gonna be. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna be the reason to win this championship right now. He's gonna be the reason why he's gonna show so many miles. You will see, bro.
Oh, absolutely. I believe in him too, bro. I believe in him too. I just want him to wake up and play to his potential. I think all of Laker Nation will really forget about the start if he,
People don't realize that basically they got the bear sleeping, and the bear is basically the Lakers. You wake up that team, we're probably gonna be in a row for 10, 20 games in a row to win. We have the ability to do that.
Right. Do you think the coach matters, man, or do you think this coach is just trying to adapt to the new team? What do you think personally?
What I think Frank Vogel, he's a good dude. He's definitely a good dude, but I think the player basically right now, because they're all veterans, they all like old guys that they know how to play. Maybe Rondo knows better than him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm thinking, what I think is that we're probably going to have better options that basically can control the players, but Frank Vogel, he's a mastermind though. He is, but I think we probably can get better options right now, like a better option, maybe Mark Jackson, for just put a name out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't know about mastermind. Maybe he's a good defensive coach, but man,
correct. I mean, Alvin Gentry. I like Alvin Gentry. I do.
Right. Well, man, hey,
But I mean,
listen, man. I hope Anthony Davis turns it around because we need him this
he will.
season. We need him,
He
you
will
know.
then.
So
You can have faith on that he will turn it around.
right.
And do you remember when Anthony Davis in Pelican scored like 45, almost in like 6 games in a row?
Right. No, yeah. Well, but here's the
Anthony
thing.
Davis is a beast, bro.
I know he is. I know he's capable. I mean, the first year he was with us, he had a 50-point game at Staples, you know? So I know absolutely what he's capable of. But we just need to see the hunger and the fight. That's all I want to see. Thanks so much for the call, brother.
Right.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. Have a good night. And tonight was a good victory.
Yes,
I'm
it was.
hoping that we win on Sunday versus Orlando. I mean, we should have Dwayne Howard on the center because they got Wendell Carter Jr., so we need somebody to stop that guy, okay?
Right, definitely, man. And we'll definitely talk about it in pregame. Thanks for the call, brother.
Yo, man, if I don't talk to you anymore, happy Merry Christmas
You too, bro.
And Happy New Year, brother, okay?
Thank you, man. God bless you, bro. Thank you so much.
Take it easy, man.
All right. Look, listen, we all have different opinions on certain things, right? But I love just hearing different people's perspectives. They might have some points. Maybe we might be a little off on some of the points. But look, listen, this guy believes Frank Vogel he'll be all right, right? He says there's better options. I don't know about Alvin Gentry, but yeah, all I got to say is I think coaching does matter with some of these players to get the best out of these guys. That's all. That's the only place where we kind of have a different and as far as, bringing in players like Christian Wood, I understand he's great for stats and he's great for fantasy basketball and stuff like that. But these are players that haven't impacted the game in any way, shape, or form in their careers. First, he played for the Pistons, now for the Rockets. Those are two losing franchises. If he was that good that he can make an impact on a roster, I think you would have seen the difference. But he's not a bad player. I'm just saying I don't want him for Anthony Davis. I'll take AD and many other centers before I even consider that type of center. What's up, man? You're on live.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother? Can you speak up a little bit? I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right, perfect. How we feeling, man?
I'm feeling bad, to be honest. This game's cool. We won this game. We should win this game.
Right.
But just the way this season has been going so far has just been super frustrating.
Right.
That loss against the Grizzlies really pissed me off.
Absolutely.
It's just the inconsistency that's just getting to me. I don't think Frank Vogel is the problem.
Wow. Okay.
I really do think it's just it's hard to win games when you have such a trash defense. You have such a trash defense. Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. Don't get me wrong, LeBron James has been amazing, but he just doesn't give any effort, and not any. He turns it on and turns it off whenever he wants to on the defensive end. And when you got two people like that, Russell Westbrook and LeBron, that Russell Westbrook does try, but his defensive IQ is just too low. He'd be trying to go for steals, trying to, and it just messes up the rotation on the defensive end. And even though people are talking smack about AD, he's been carrying on the defensive end. He's been getting like 3 or 4 blocks almost every game. And he's been getting, I feel like he's carrying the whole defense, to be honest.
Well, let me tell you why I kind of disagree with you, brother. Look, listen, Anthony Davis is a good defender, but I feel like at times Frank Vogel plays him out of position. He doesn't want to play the 5. He's been getting actually shitted on at the 5 position by center after center, night after night. The other night it was he gave up 8 offensive rebounds to we gave up as a team really to Steven Adams. So my thing is, as far as I disagree, I think Frank Vogel matters because if he was playing more of Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis consistently throughout the season, I think that would really free up AD to be a defensive beast that he truly is. We haven't even seen the unlocked version. We've seen very small stints and spurts, especially when he plays the 4. So for those reasons, I do disagree with you that I think Frank Vogel is one of the major problems. Now, as far as LeBron and Russell not giving effort, actually, I think the effort is there. He's a bit slower because he's getting older, obviously. But defensively, I think he's been okay. Russell Westbrook, I think his best defensive game was the other night versus Boston. He has to give us more of that. But the effort from those guys is going to be there. However, again, with the rotations, if you don't have the center and Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis playing his preferred position at the 4, manning the paint, guys, if they can beat us with the first step, you have to have your anchors back there puts a fear in them, and that's how you get teams to settle instead of going to the rim and just shitting on us night after night. So even though I do agree that the way we've been using Anthony Davis is probably a little too much on as far as playing him at center, I don't think we still seen the best version of him defensively yet. Now, as far as the stats go, yeah, the stats are impressive, but when you show me bubble Anthony Davis, go back and look at the highlights from Anthony Davis when we first acquired him and we won the championship that year versus this year and midway through last year. He looked quicker, he looked more agile, he looked hungrier, he was blocking a lot more shots in the lane, playing from the weak side, of course, as a power forward, and he looked like a different player, man, if you go back and watch those highlights. So I think even though the stats are great, he still hasn't been great. He hasn't reached that greatness. We thought we were going to get an MVP season from him this year. He's not even in the conversation right now. So love Anthony Davis. We need him to step up. I think LeBron's been phenomenal, like you already mentioned. And Russ can play defense. It's just, again, rotation's got to be right, man, in my opinion. What do you think of that?
No, I completely agree with you. The rotations have been really funky. AD definitely has been frustrating me, and I'm a huge AD fan. I've been rooting for him. A lot of people have been talking smack, but I stay by his side.
That's good, man.
Yeah, he's definitely been underperforming in my opinion, because I thought he was gonna come for that MVP, like you're saying. I thought he was gonna give Giannis a run for his money and shut everybody up.
Right.
I thought he was gonna solidify himself as the top 2, top 3 player of the world. He's just not doing that right now, and it's I don't know what it is. It could be the weight. It could be the gain in weight. But as far as the rotations, I feel like Frank Vogel's just trying shit out right now. Because right now, if you really think about it, no coach has figured out Russell Westbrook how to win a championship with Russell Westbrook. And I think that's the biggest challenge for us right now, trying to figure it out with all of them on the floor, because we know that Russ and AD could go off. We know that LeBron and AD could go off. We know that LeBron and Russ could go off. But when they're all in the floor, they kind of just stay stagnant, because they're all players that excel in the paint. And when you got 3 players that aren't really too good at 3-point shooting, it kind of just messes up everything. We only got 2 shooters, and you can only pass it to one guy, you know.
But again, I'm gonna have to disagree with you again, because rotations absolutely matter. If you have Anthony Davis at the 5, the spacing should absolutely be better. That means instead of starting THC, we should at least have Austin Reeves or Wayne Ellington there. That would go a long way to helping spacing out offensively. Now, that's
great. Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah. So to me, the rotations still matter to me, man. We had a golden opportunity the other night when we played. Who did we play? We lost the Clippers. Dwight Howard had a killer game versus the Kings the previous night, and then he started the next game, but we didn't have enough floor spacing because THC started instead of any of the 3-point shooters we had. Malik Monk, Wayne Ellington, even Austin Reeves would have been an option. I'm not sure if we had him there back yet, but bottom line is, look, rotations do matter to me. We might disagree at that, but this team has the potential to be so much better, brother. So much better. It's not even funny, and I hope that they reach that potential. I really do. But I do think the coaching needs to step up and play the right guys at the right time, because there's been times when Frank Vogel has made the right adjustments at the right time, and it makes an impact. For example, when he started Dwight Howard in the second half of the Kings game, we took off, and then he played Rondo as well. That was huge. But then he'll go away from that and sometimes not even play Dwight or play him limited minutes and not even bring in Rondo or Austin Reeves. All that matters, bro, because basketball is such a team sport, but one player can change the energy and the course of a game, so every player that you put in has to be the right combination for the majority of the time to give us the best chance at winning, a championship in this league, because there's so many great coaches out there, that are doing more with less. So,
I agree with you with the whole rotations and stuff, but this ain't new to us, Frank Vogel played these funky type of rotations even in the 2020 season. And a lot of people forget that. But, 2020, we were just throwing weird-ass rotations that just didn't make any sense during the regular season. But in the playoffs, it completely changed. And he started playing the right lineups. And even though I do agree with you, and it's frustrating because sometimes I'm like, what are you doing, Frank Vogel? Like, we need some fucking defense. We need some stops right now. We don't need fucking. We got a 15-point lead. Let's protect that.
Right.
And he doesn't make the right adjustments at the time, and it does frustrate me. But I kind of get what he's trying to do, because there's been times when we went overtime. I forgot what team, but we went to triple overtime. And he stuck with his guns and putting Malik Monk and Carmelo, and we're just going back and forth, shooting baskets, and we're making them, but our defense is at the end wasn't enough to make that stop and get us that dub. And Frank Vogel, I agree with you, he could do a better job at that, but I feel like this is a Frank Vogel type of system where he just tries shit out during the regular season and just waits and sees what he's just trying things out. And I think right now it's the perfect time to do it, because it's the beginning of the season. We're trying to see what we got on the table. And, I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, I never expected this team to excel and do good right off the bat. I already knew it was going to be a struggle. I
Okay.
really did, because it's Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook had a rough start with the Wizards. He didn't do so hot with the Rockets. He started picking it up during the second half of the season. So, and we all know AD and LeBron, they're slow starters as well. So I already kind of knew that it was going to not work out that great. It is frustrating that we're losing to these bum-ass teams, and we should be getting these fucking dubs. But it's a process. It's a process, and I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, we're going to do great, because right now I'm worried too. I'm at the shit, man. Maybe we should trade THT for Jeremy Grant. Maybe we should put him on the table for Miles Turner. Maybe that would be the right move, because that's what we need, a good wing defender that's consistent and can make threes. Even though THT is a great player and he's one of my favorite players on the team, I feel like we need someone to win now, because THT 2-3 years is going to be amazing, but right now, unfortunately, we're at a predicament where we have to win now. We have LeBron; he has maybe a year or two left, and we got to make that move. And especially since we did the trade with Russ, because Russ is untradeable. We can't trade Russ, So we're stuck with that. I don't think Frank Vogel is It's because if we fire Frank Vogel, our biggest problem is defense right now, and he's one of the better defensive players in the league. And if we fire him, who are we going to get to replace him that could do the same thing? Because you're virtually going to do this. You're maybe going to get a coach that's just as...
Hello? Hello? He was making a point. That's the problem with the app, man. Sometimes it cuts off. My bad, bro. To your point, listen, well, you made a lot of points, actually. So let me get to the main one. You believe Frank Vogel's not really the problem and nobody can replace him. I just want him to improve, man. Whether we replace him or not, I want him to improve, and I want him to get better with the roster. I don't like the uncertainty that he's had as far as being a head coach all these seasons and never being with a stable rotation. It's constantly changing, even when we've had healthy players. And you even made a point in the bubble during the championship run. He didn't find a stable rotation to the very end, almost like in the second or third round, where he went with Dwight at the starting five. But why do you go away from that, right? So that's always a concerning part, man. I want more consistency out of him so that we can get consistency out of the players as well, in my opinion. Let me get to my boy Johnny. Thank you so much, bro, for the donation, man. You're always blessing the channel. Thank you, bro. God bless you. He said, we got enough data on AD. He ain't the same. We play better without him. Wow, okay. He said, look at the past game. He was out. We won the game. He left early. We won the times he sits down. We catch up, and he gets back in the lineup. We lose our comeback. Look at the film. But although I do agree that at times we've looked better without him, because obviously the spacing and the ball movement is a little different, right? I will say I disagree, bro, with the fact that we are better without him, because we're going to need him down the stretch. Imagine playing with no bigs. That might work versus a team like the Thunder, who really have no dominant bigs, but it's not going to work versus better, more elite competition, in my opinion. But listen, I understand why you would think that we're better without him, because, again, the spacing, you have more shooters out there. You have more ball movement. obviously, anytime we go down to AD, especially this season, he's been a bit on the slower side. I do agree, though, that he hasn't been the same player, and it's been like a season and a half. Last year was due to injuries. This season, I don't know what it is. At this point, I'm gonna chalk it up to he needs to lose some of that muscle he gained. But thanks for the donation, bro, and per usual, man, I appreciate your support as always. Let's take another call here, man. Let's see. You on live, bro? Can you hear me? Okay, the call dropped. If the call drops, guys, my apologies. The app sometimes, depending on where you're calling from, and everything. But go ahead and keep calling, guys. You know the number. What's up, man? You on live?
Hey, Dan. What's up? Yeah, the Lakers. Like, I think I hit you on Twitter. I was telling you, like, well, the Lakers just the whole season been just so off. To me, like, I can't really blame Frank Vogel.
Right.
Once again, it's easy.
Can you speak up a little bit? I'm sorry. I'm not sure if it's your mic or I speak up a little bit.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's much better. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said I can't really blame Frank Vogel because, like, it's like I would blame Frank if, like, we had, like, if he was using like a 7-man, 8-man rotation, and we had people on the bench that we haven't played and we are struggling as hell. I'd be like, hey, hold on, coach. You have like what, 6, 7 people on the bench that you haven't played. He played his whole bench. The only people he haven't played is Trevor Ariza and Kendrick Nunn, and they've been injured. Probably that's the only reason he haven't played them. So I can't really give him a whole bunch of props. Say like he's not playing his bench. He's been searching a lot. He's been trying different rotations. So,
but my only contrast to what you're saying about not blaming Frank because he's been trying different things is when he finds something that works for him, he tends to go away. Like Dwight Howard started at the 5, he did good, and then he started the next game at the 5, he did okay, and then he took him off for the 3rd game. This is my problem. It's not so much that he's trying everything, is that when you try something that works, stick with it, give it time, right? Because he sure as heck stuck with DeAndre Jordan for over 10 games. So why can't he give the same opportunity to Dwight?
You got a point there. I don't know why was he playing DeAndre Jordan so much in the beginning when he said it wasn't working. He should have been 2 games, maybe 2 games stop. He should have changed DeAndre because he's been struggling the whole game, like the whole season, really.
Right.
And I think this team, as I said, this team to me is not a good team. Once again, I feel like AD should be your best player. I think Russ should be probably your 2nd best player, and LeBron should be probably scoring 23, 24 points a game. But, probably 29 minutes a night. LeBron should be chilling right now. I already know, go bring LeBron to the playoffs. Then LeBron could give you even 38, 40 minutes, give you probably 34 points, because I know he could do that if you preserve him right for the regular season. But I think if you burn him out, and you got to put all these people that's supposed to be in their prime on his back at going 37, like it's not a winning formula.
Right. I do agree with that, brother. I do agree with that. That is a good point. Thanks so much for the call, man. Got a bunch of calls on the line, so I'm gonna have to speed this up a little bit. Appreciate you, man.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, listen, some of the points are a little off today. As far as Frank Vogel using all of his proper pieces, it's not about giving everybody a try one by one. It's about putting the right combinations on the court together. At least for me, I need to see the right combinations. We look like a different team when we play the right combinations, man. Let's take another one before I go to the comment section. Give y'all some shine over here. What's up, man? You on live? Hello?
Dan.
Yeah, how you doing, bro? You on live with DTLF and Laker Nation?
Hey, brother. This is Victor Torres. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just happy we got the win, but we need, we got a long way to go before I'm really happy, right? Before I bring out the flags.
Yeah. I know the people keep blaming AD, and I know he's not. I'm like you. I don't think he's the problem. I just think he's having I think he's in a slump, or probably not. He's not bubble AD. That's what he's supposed to be, right?
Right.
He should be playing like that, and we're not getting him. But I don't think we should talk about trading him either, because there's still a lot of people bashing him like they did with Westbrook in the beginning, and now I don't hear that much, even though maybe a couple of fans here and there. I also think it's the problem is I think it's kind of Vogel Frank.
Right.
I don't like his lineups. Like you said, I don't like his lineups at all. Sometimes he takes out the guy that has the hot hand. Sometimes he's just not bringing in Howard as much as he used to, like in the bubble. Like in the bubble, I remember it was AD, LeBron, and Dwight Howard and Rondo. How come he's not using that lineup once in a while?
Right. I mean, yeah, I do agree. I would like to see Rondo and Anthony Davis when he struggles offensively, because Rondo knows how to get him going. He's like a true pass first point guard, and they have good chemistry, right? Way back since New Orleans. So I do agree, bro. I think the blame has to be shared all the way across the board. You can't. It's never really one problem. See, last season everybody was pointing at Kuzma and saying he's the problem. The season before that it was KCP. It's like every year we have to have a scapegoat. The season before that it was Danny Green. But it's never really one issue. It's never, because it's a team sport, right?
Yeah.
But there is glaring issues that we have to, we definitely have to address. You know what I mean? There's glaring issues, and I agree. The rotations and playing the right combinations, like I already mentioned, you just mentioned, it can take us a long way, bro. A long way. You know?
I also think that that we're Laker Nation, bro. We're freaking spoiled.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes we don't have since we're so spoiled, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but we don't have the patience to wait. We just want to win. We're so spoiled that we just want that W still.
And it's always going to be like that, you know? It's always going to be like that.
Exactly.
Player fans need to understand the standard is gold, man. It's golden. So it's always going to be, we expect winning. When we don't get it, it's going to be a lot of finger pointing. But I'm here to try to keep us objective and say, okay, yeah, that's true. AD has been playing like this. He needs to be better. Russ Westbrook's sometimes sloppy. He needs to be better in that department. Frank Vogel got to tighten up the rotations, and role players got to commit more defensively. For example, tonight Bradley was elite defensively.
Hell yeah.
If we can get that version of Avery Bradley more often, nobody's missing Caruso. That's how good Avery Bradley was tonight. So that's all we need. We have pieces, and we got to use Austin Reeves as well. But you're absolutely right. Great points, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much. All right.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. So let me head over to the comment section. I don't want to ignore this beautiful side of the fan base right here. My boy said, "Shut up, I'm awesome." He said, "Bubble AD had the offensive run through him. Also had a smart point guard setting him up." He said, "Big men need that." Also, when are we getting actual wings? We're getting actual wings when Trevor Ariza returns. I wouldn't mind adding one off the buyout market or trading for one if that happens. But you make a good point. Yeah. Bubble Anthony Davis and current Anthony Davis are two complete different players. So great point there. I hope we get Bubble AD back soon. Matter of fact, I'll settle for Pelicans AD. Pelicans AD was a monster. But we also have to understand that we got to switch it up as well, because now, Pelicans AD was putting up monster stats because everything was running through him. This is still LeBron's team because AD hasn't pulled up to retrieve those keys. So this is still LeBron's team. Everything's running through LeBron, and AD has to play Robin to LeBron's Batman until he's ready to say, "Feed me like a paint beast," and he starts consistently scoring in the paint inside out. Then he gets his jumper going. We're going to be golden. But thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. My boy right here said, "Keep up the good work, Dan." Appreciate you as well. Thank you, man. Thank you guys for the donations. My boy said, "Dan, the phone case is lit." Bro, I appreciate you, man. Check it out. This is the phone case, man. It's pretty sick, right? With King James in the cover, man. Obviously wearing the crown, looking up. This was before we even won the first championship, so I knew he was going to join the legacy up there. That was the basically that was speaking it into existence type energy right there with that phone case. He said, "Dan, I'm trying to call you, can't get through, bro. Listen, look at all the phone calls. I'm just going to show you really quick. I don't want to give away numbers, but a lot of people trying to call. Let's take another one right quick. Hey, what's up? You on live with DTLF and Laker Nation? Hello? See, if the call drops, is either your end or mine, but keep calling in, guys. Let's put up the number now. Thank you guys so much for all the support, man. Hey, listen, I'm going to be here for a minute, so keep calling in. I'm sure you might struggle at first, but the call should get through eventually. What's up, man? You on live with Laker Nation?
Oh, what's good, Dan?
It was good, bro. Where you calling in from?
The usual.
Where's that?
LA.
Oh, from LA. What's up, man? Talk to me. How you feeling?
Good. It's a good Friday.
It's a good Friday.
Yeah, I was the one that commented on South Park yesterday.
Oh, the South Park comment? Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
that
that.
was me.
Oh, okay. Talk to me, man. How you feeling about the season, man?
I feel good. Like some of the teams have been different lately. So the Lakers, they're playing subpar, which I'm just waiting for them just to really hit the peak of their potential. That's what I'm waiting on for them.
Right. Okay.
Because losing to it was bad when they lost to the Flippers. I was so mad. Like,
oh yeah,
I kind of missed out on that one.
Yeah, we've been dropping a couple of W's this season, man. I lost count how many games we should have won, and we had momentum, and then we messed up we self-destruct sometimes. So that that is something else, man. Any final points, bro? I got to kind of speed up the call here. Got so many calls on the line. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So let's see.
All right, thank you so much for the call, bro. I appreciate you. Sorry, man. Hey, we got to get to the points quickly. A lot of callers trying to get in, man. We already missed tons of calls, so I'm gonna just speed it up. What's up, man? You on live? Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Good. First of all, my team is the Lakers, and my team is with high DDLS. I think we should put save LeBron energy to fourth quarter. I mean, he's like the 36.
Yeah, man.
Old, so
absolutely, man.
Keep his energy to the fourth quarter. Plus, I feel like we missed my mentality.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much for the call, bro. Absolutely. Look, my man said that LeBron James, he thinks he saves his energy all the way to the fourth quarter. We need to show that Mamba mentality. Thanks for the call, man. Listen, I'm trying to speed it up. I'm not trying to be rude and cut you guys off for nothing, but we've actually kind of dragged a couple of calls here. And so I know everybody wants to get a chance. We only have Phone Call Friday once. So if I cut you guys prematurely, again, I apologize ahead of time. It's just we got to get to the next one. All right, let's see who's on now. What's up, man? You on live?
It's from the East Coast again, Jake Bishop.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, it cut off a little bit. Go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
All right, it's the old head from the East Coast, Jake Bishop.
How you doing? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Dan, I'm just trying to figure something out. I keep reading the comments and hearing people say, well, we can't blame Vogel.
Right.
Now, I've been told Vogel's entire career as a coach, he's this defensive guru. If this is true, how do we have one of the suckiest defenses in the league and he has nothing to do with it?
Right. And not only that, we struggle offensively without LeBron on the court as well. That bothers me.
Okay, well, they always make the excuse, well, Vogel really is an offensive coach, so the players need to figure it out. So they need to figure out the defense on their own, too? I don't get it. I don't see how Vogel's still there. I know Jeannie Buss is a sweetheart and they're nice, and she probably don't want to fire him, especially in the middle of the season. At the end of the year, she'll let him go. But we're getting to the point where drastic measures need to be taken because I got a feeling it's going to go downhill fast.
Absolutely, man. And listen, this isn't football where we have a defensive coordinator, right? Or an offensive coordinator. We're talking about a head coach that needs to worry about both ends of the ball, right? And so I agree with you, man. Any final points you want to make?
The main issue I have with Vogel is he's stuck in the old way of playing basketball. He can't adjust to the new game.
I agree.
That's the main thing. It's like he's stubborn, old guy that's stuck in his ways. Anything that's a good idea, he won't do it because it wasn't his idea. So why don't we try switching things up? No, that's not what I want to do. I've got to do it my way. He's one of those people. If he doesn't win his way, it doesn't count, I guess.
Absolutely,
All I
man.
care about is winning. You do whatever the hell it takes to do to win. I don't care about how you get there. Just get there.
Yes, sir. Hey, you're absolutely right, and that's been my gripe with him as well. I feel like we keep repeating the same mistakes over and over. And like I said, LeBron at center at times is not a good idea. You can get away with that.
I mean,
sometimes.
This DJ thing. How is DeAndre Jordan even still on the team? I don't get it. I don't care if I had to go in the parking lot and get somebody.
Right.
I don't understand why he's still here. What's the point?
Right.
He gives us size and he has no motor. Who cares? I don't care if he's 8 foot tall. If it takes him a minute to get up the court, what good is he doing?
Absolutely, man. And great points, by the way. Thank you so much for the call, brother. All right.
Oh, no problem, Dan. You take it easy, bro.
You too, bro. Listen. Absolutely great points. I agree. People defend Frank Vogel all the time, but at the end of the day, the rotations fall on your hands. The defensive and offensive schemes both land on his hands because this is not a defensive coordinator type of situation. It's a head coaching job. He needs to have full command of the roster, and I think all this experimenting this deep into the season is detrimental to the team for me. That's how I feel about that. What's up, man? You on live?
Oh, hey, what's up, Dan?
What's up, bro? How you feel about the victory? You satisfied?
All right, I'm glad we won today, but that's about it. I'm glad, but overall, I'm not satisfied on the whole team yet.
Right, absolutely not. I mean, nor should you be. We have been underachieving for, what is it now? What are we? 14 and 13 now? What's the record? I lost count. It's 14 and 13, right?
I don't know. All I know is that we're barely 500. That's it.
And we're 27 games in, so I really hate to hear the excuses about how we're still trying to gel, right? 27 games in?
Yeah, man, that's a lot. So I don't know what we're going to do, man. Do we just wait till something even worse happens, or we just go down more, or what do you think?
Personally, me, man, it's a good question. Personally, me, what I would do is I'd act now and make whatever changes are required to get this team in motion, because we can't afford to wait. The schedule is going to get tougher and the competition is going to get stiffer. The longer we wait, that's not going to help the chemistry if we don't make the adjustments. So listen, I would be pulling everybody into the locker room from Rob Pelinka, and I'm talking to everybody one by one in my office. I'm like, listen, coach, come over here. I need to have a plan, written, typed out, and it needs to go with my vision moving forward with the team. If not, then you're going to be on a hot seat. That's number one. Number two, I'm talking to AD, seeing if he's still interested in being here, because if he is, I'm going to need him to step up on both ends of the floor. And what would he like in order for us to elevate his game moving forward? Does he want more minutes with Rondo? Because I could talk to the coach about it. If I was Rob, that's just me. Does he need certain players on the court with him to help the spacing? What is the issue? Get to the bottom of it, find the fix, and move, because if not, it can be too late this season, man.
Yeah, I agree with those points. Totally, man. Yeah, we got to get everybody in there. And the people who say we shouldn't blame Vogel, they're tripping. This is a lot of it has to do with Vogel's fault. He takes half of it, and then the half of it is the team.
Right.
And, if he can't manage this team, he really needs to, bounce. And we have to get a coach that can really do this. I have some suggestions. I don't know what you think about these guys.
Go ahead.
Obviously, Jeff Van Gundy.
I like him.
One of my choices. He's pretty good. He coached the Knicks in the Ewing days. And
right.
He did a pretty good job.
And the Rockets.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why if they get rid of Doc Rivers, would you like Doc Rivers? Well, I know nothing. He's a very good coach, but
listen.
He's not a very good coach. Yeah, he's not a very good coach, but he.
Listen, Doc Rivers to me.
Have players accountable. That's one thing I
right.
He can
but not in a good way. Not in a good way. Listen, the difference between Doc Rivers to me. Holding players accountable versus how I would like a coach to hold players accountable is that Doc Rivers throws his players under the bus. He's done it repeatedly. I don't like that coach at all. I feel like he'd be horrible for team chemistry. And instead of commanding respect, he'll lose the locker room. He did it with Ben Simmons. He's done it with Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. He's done it before. And so I say no to Doc Rivers. I do like your Jeff Van Gundy suggestion. I also like Avery Johnson, who used to coach the Mavericks back in 2005. I like hard-nosed coaches, That's what I like.
What about Mark Jackson?
Mark Jackson, I would love, but I don't think he's a true candidate due to political reasons. I feel like they have blacklisted him and nobody's going to hire him, at least from based on what I've heard. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, he would have been my favorite a long time ago, especially when we had the young core. I think he was perfect for that team. But thanks so much for the call, brother. I gotta get it going here. Thank you. All right, brother. All right. So listen. Some people want to hold coach accountable. I'm one of those people. I feel like he can be so much better. If anything, like my previous two callers said, he's a little too stubborn for my liking. Some people say Fizdale. I see you guys in the comment section. Fizdale would be a good option, but he's not the best option in my opinion. But however, the team would already be comfortable for him. With him, I wouldn't be shocked if a replacement coach came from within, if that actually did happen. But let's take another call to see what next caller has to say. We dropped it. My bad. Dropped the call. He said the Pacers are about to have a fire sale. We can get Turner, and maybe LeVert doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. I would love that, man. But right now, that sounds like a pipe dream. Hopefully, something realistic does happen, though. Justin Holiday is a good option. There's options out there. What's up, man? You on live? Hello? Hello?
What's up, man?
Hey, look, the call dropped right when he answered. My bad. Hello? 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 Yeah, hey, what's up, bro? You on live with DTLF and Laker Nation. If you can, turn down your computer or wherever you're watching me from, so we can hear the echo. Go ahead. You there?
Hey, what's up, bro? You on live with DTLF?
Hello?
Laker Nation. If you can't turn down your computer.
All right, listen, guys. Yeah, if you don't answer, we got plenty of calls in here, man. Trying to get in here, so turn down your guys' computer volume, and let's go ahead and get these calls in. Hello? You on live?
Hey, what up?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Man, Big Baby.
Big Baby. All right. Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. And Lakers look pissed off tonight. LeBron looked pissed off, and I feel like LeBron should play like that every game. You know what I mean? Austin Reeves, bro, he played good. Everybody played good. Now we have to concede it. Next game against Orlando, do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. We got to bring that intensity every single game. I think that's been the biggest reason this season has been a roller coaster ride. Is that it's up and down, up and down, up and down. We need consistent, steady diet of trending up, right?
Yeah, most definitely, man. And also too, man, Anthony Davis, man. What are your thoughts? I'm gonna ask you this. Do you think he he just locked in, like, oh, I already got my ring, he got the bag, I don't need to worry about winning another championship? Do you see that from Anthony Davis at times out there on the court?
We're 27 games into the season. It could be a mental thing. It could be physical. Somebody mentioned earlier in the chat, I read the comment, but I was with a caller. They mentioned how he might be hurt and they're just not letting us know. I hope that's not the case. If it's a mental thing, he's going to come out of that funk. He's gonna bounce back. So I wouldn't be too concerned. Now, if it's a physical thing or he doesn't want to be there, then I would be upset. But I don't think Anthony Davis wants to suck, right? I don't think he wants to be underachieving or anything like that, or he doesn't care about basketball. I just think whatever the reason is, I think we'll find out about it after the season's over. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, I believe in him though, man. We need AD to be AD again. We get that, sky's the limit.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And I just want to say, keep up the great work, bro, and you inspired me a lot. And
appreciate you, man.
Night, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Big Baby Jonathan. I appreciate you, man. Have a good night as well.
You too.
All right, brother. See, the calls need to be clear, just like that one, man. That was probably the clearest call we've had all day. So speak up into the mic. Don't be, don't be camera shy. You're on the live stream with a couple hundreds. Gonna be thousands by the end of the night, by the way. But just make sure you guys speak loud and clear. What's up, man? You on live with Laker Nation?
What's up, Dan? I've been watching you like 4 or 5 years, bro. Good.
4 or 5 years? Nice, bro. What's your name, man?
Tay.
You said what?
Tay. T-A-E.
Oh, okay. Tay. What's up, Tay? Appreciate the support,
man,
bro.
Yeah, I think AD don't like playing for Frank, man.
You think so?
I don't think. Yeah, man, because, like, when you don't like playing for a coach, you don't give, like, all your effort and stuff.
But don't you think that's kind of weak sauce, like a soft mentality? He should always bring his effort, no?
It's soft. It's definitely soft, but we have a problem, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it has to be addressed somewhere, like,
absolutely,
either within the team
locker room, or it just has to be talked about, man. Things just got to change.
Right. I agree with that take. Listen, the body language, even from LeBron at times, looks like he ain't trying to have it, you know?
Yeah.
So do you think, so your take, let me just summarize this right quick for the viewers. Do you believe that Anthony Davis and certain players no longer want to play for Frank? So you think he's lost the locker room?
Yeah, I believe so, man. Like, partly, I don't believe it's fully that he's lost the locker room.
Right.
Because then, you know what I mean, they would really talk about it.
Right.
But I don't believe he has complete control of it.
Like, what do you think is the reason? Let's just go with your theory. Let's say that Anthony Davis really doesn't like Frank Vogel. What do you think the reason is? That he plays him at the 5, or what? What is it?
I mean, we all know he does not like playing at the 5. We know that for years, even before being with the Lakers.
Right.
I think it's just the lineups too. Like, it's just the lineups that he makes, putting people in, putting people out, not playing Rondo enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's just he just doesn't have like an understanding of what he wants to do night in and night out.
That's a fair point.
The Memphis loss was just ridiculous.
That was, bro.
It's cool that we beat the Thunder, but we lost to Memphis without like their main dude and Brooks. Like that's outrageous, man.
That's why, bro. I can't. You've been watching my channel for years. You know how excited I get when the team is for real, man. I can't get too excited right now. Never too high, never too low.
Me neither. That's what I'm saying. I can't get excited about beating the Thunder.
Right.
Like, I really can't.
I'm satisfied because we needed it.
Losing to Memphis.
But we need to see this consistently, right? And what do you think of, like, because you're a great caller, man. I'm glad you're on the phone right now. I appreciate the support as well over the years. I want to ask you this. What do you think of all the slander we are getting now from ESPN and all that? Like, do you think that should light a fire under our players, or you think it does a disservice to these players and it's disrespectful?
I mean, we have vets, so they're used to it. That's one of the issues too. Like, it's not like LeBron hasn't been slandered before.
Right.
It's not like Melo hasn't been slandered throughout the years.
Absolutely.
He wasn't really getting played, you know what I mean, at all from teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Westbrook hasn't been getting slandered. So I don't really think that's like affects veteran players like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like,
no, I agree.
Like Reeves or something like that, but Wayne Ellington, you know, the guys we have, DeAndre Jordan, these guys have been in the league for years.
Yes, sir.
I don't think that's it at all. You know what I mean? They're going to get that, especially the Lakers. Man, even when we was a lottery team, they were still talking about us.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
The top teams.
That's why I was telling people in pregame.
Media hype always.
Yes, sir. That's why I tell people in pregame. There's a lot of people getting really sentimental about, people talking about players and all this and that. But I'll say, listen, throughout the history of the Lakers, like Laker Nation knows what's up. You know, it comes with great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man, right?
Man, we are so used to that. Summer League, we get talked about. After season, after we win a championship, we get talked about more than any other team in basketball history.
Great minds think alike. I agree.
That's normal for us.
Yeah.
If we're not being talked about, I would say it's a huge problem.
Absolutely. So, but I do agree, and I feel like these players should take it personal though, and come out here like LeBron did tonight. You know, I want to see Russ with the same intensity. I want to see AD. Our main three leaders got to play like they did tonight consistently enough for us to have an identity and demand the respect we deserve, right?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say it's the lineups. One of it is not playing Dwight Howard enough. Before when we was playing DeAndre Jordan at starting, that was like totally messed up. Sometimes I'd be wondering why we even brought in back Dwight or Rondo if we're not even going to play them like we should.
Facts, and that's on the coaching staff. So they're not exempt. I agree. And we did the same thing we did the exact same thing with Montrezl Harrell, and to a certain degree. Remember, even JaVale McGee got benched at one point in the playoffs. You know, so
and I cannot wait till Kendrick Nunn comes back from injury. I know he's going to be rusty, but I cannot wait to see what he's able to contribute to this team.
Dang, you're absolutely right, bro. That's crazy. You think just like me, man. I appreciate the call, though, man. Appreciate you, Tay.
I appreciate you picking up, Dan, and keep it going and come back to the rap joints, man. We want to see the videos again.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Great call.
Yeah.
All right, bro. That's so cool. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of points I was trying to make about the coaching staff and misutilizing players And you see it all the time when these players go to different teams, they just blow up and they have great seasons. We need a coach that can bring the best out of our talent. And he makes a point I didn't think about. If AD doesn't want to play for Frank, could he possibly be like semi-tanking his game, allowing coach to maybe get fired? Now, I think that's a punk-ass move. I hope he's not doing that. But we'll see what happens with that, man. What's up, man? You on live? Oh, call drop. My bad. Let's take a couple more calls before I get off. I think I'm going to go up until the 1 hour and 20 minutes mark. Don't want to make the video too long, but I do want to give you guys a chance to get in here and get your point. I know some of you guys have been calling me all night, so let's see. Let's try to squeeze in some more callers. Hello? What's up, brother? You on live?
What's up, man?
Where are you calling in from?
Cali, Southern Cali.
Oh, what's up? How you feel about the Lakers, man?
Yeah. We talked like I think like a week or two ago on the kind of like the consistency of the Lakers.
Right.
Yeah, and so I mean, so it's like so I agree with you on everything because it's like subpar. So they win one, they lose one. Still trying to find like the funk, and I guess this new team. I know they got to get it together soon because we're getting closer to January and February, which is the All-Star, which is like the middle of the season. So maybe Frank Vogel isn't the right fit, but so I think that's the problem. Maybe the injuries and the rotation. I was kind of hoping that. Sorry, let me mute real quick. I'll call you next week. My dog is like barking.
Oh, okay, bro. Thanks for the call, though. Appreciate you, man. So check this out. So we got a couple of problems. This team is not a one problem team right now. If we were a one problem team, we would have executed and finished this, a couple of these teams off. But we got a couple of problems pending right now. It's not just AD and Frank. There's a couple other things with the rotation, obviously the turnovers and stuff like that. But we got to figure it out. What's up, man? You on live?
Hey, Dan. It's Sean. About a week ago. Grew up in Southern California, Orange County.
What's up, Sean? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call. How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good. A little tired, but tired of the crap of the Lakers are putting up with that.
Right, that's true, man. Hey, I don't blame you, bro. I think a lot of fans at this point are like, we're pretty numb to these losses at this point, man. Usually I'd be breaking stuff, but I was just like, I was sad the other when we lost to Memphis last night, man, because I was like, is it actually going to turn around? I'm starting to second guess it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
But for me, I look at it a little bit more radical than a lot of people.
Okay.
It's probably just my nature, but I definitely am not second guessing the fire Frank Vogel thing.
Right.
I also don't value Anthony Davis as probably most fans do. I don't think power forwards are really the best position out of all five. They're probably the weakest.
Wow.
I remember the last championship where power forwards are like, oh, that's the guy that got us to the hump, besides what we just did a few years ago.
Right.
So going forward, maybe we got to get some value back.
Okay.
And maybe.
Well, you have any ideas? You have any ideas as far as potential trades? I'm just entertaining it. I'm not with trading AD yet. You know my stance, but I do like to hear because it's interesting to hear different takes.
I don't actually have a lot of good takes on a specific trade, but I do know that if we do it now versus like a month from now, that the value would be, well, maybe, I don't know for sure about the future, but you get the idea that the value's high now. Everyone thinks they're going to be like stealing him from us.
Well,
so we could get some in return.
I'll say this, to contrast your point a little bit, and it's an interesting take. I haven't heard that one before, as far as the power forward position being the weakest. I mean, I don't know what you consider Giannis or players like that, but or Karl Towns. But I actually think any big, it's like kind of positionless basketball, right? So I think any big is really valuable to a team right now. If you go back and you look at the size and versatility of the last couple of teams that won a championship, they had an AD type. Last year it was Giannis, Chris Middleton. Those are all in the same mold of an Anthony Davis. So I do disagree with that. However, as far as trading Anthony Davis, I'm not ready for it yet. If we ever do cross that path, though, we're blessed because Anthony Davis is in his prime. Even at the end of his contract, he'll still be in his prime. I don't think a player like that loses value. So you don't have to rush into a trade, right? But hypothetically speaking, let's say the Lakers all of a sudden, for some reason, Anthony Davis comes to the front office and management, because I think that's the only way we trade him. And he says, all right, guys, I appreciate the opportunity, but I feel like it's my time to go to whatever team, right? The Lakers are going to do their due diligence, and they're going to, I promise you, no matter when, whether it's this season, next season, the next season after that, as long as he's at least for 2 years under contract, you're going to get maximum value in return, because Anthony Davis is that player, man. I know some people don't value him, and his current struggles are changing opinions on people, but let's look at the big picture. Anthony Davis, multiple-time All-Star. He's been in the running for Defensive Player of the Year many times. He's 6'11" with a skill set of a guard. When he's healthy and he's right mentally, he's an MVP candidate. And even Defensive Player of the Year candidate. I think you can get anything outside of Giannis, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. Anything could be had. I might be missing a player too, but I think you can literally demand almost anything, man, for Anthony Davis. So let's not rush to trade him, in my opinion. And let's hope that he comes back to to his old self. And if not, and then like I said, we cross that path. Trust me, there'll be plenty of suitors, and we'll have plenty of options, man.
All right, thanks for taking my call, man.
Thanks for the call, bro. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Bye.
Listen, I'm not, because I entertain the calls and I love going back and forth with Laker fans. Some people are already thinking trade AD and start the rebuild. I'm not there yet at all. I think the only way that happens for either LeBron or AD, I think they have lifetime memberships to be Lakers as long as they want to be Lakers. If I'm the front office, at least. You remember how hard it was to recruit young talent or even superstar talent? And we finally get it, and you don't want to just relinquish it, because of a bad stint, in my opinion. But that's just me trying to be realistic. Listen, if that ever does happen, and I don't put anything out of the realm of possibility, but let's say Anthony Davis wants to go to his hometown in Chicago and he demands a trade. He's done it before in New Orleans, so it could happen. If he does that, we're not in any rush to trade him. Whoever offers us a deal is going to have to give us a maximum package similar to the one we gave up to get Brandon Ingram and, to get Anthony Davis, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, Josh Hart, 3-4 first-round picks, and all kinds of stuff, right? So I don't expect us to rush him out anytime soon. Don't expect Anthony Davis to get traded, guys, realistically, anytime soon, at least not if we're a smart front office. If you rush a trade like this, it could end up costing you your job if you're Palenka, if it doesn't pan out, if it doesn't work out. And then let's say Anthony Davis goes somewhere and wins a championship or even comes close while you're out of the running, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. So it doesn't make sense for either party to trade him right now, in my opinion. And it also, like I said, the only way will be if he demands it, which I don't see it happening anytime soon. What's up, man? You're on live with Laker Nation. You're the last caller of the day. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
What's up, man? How you been?
Good, man. I mean, it's always good after a win, but overall, a little disappointed with the season so far. How you feel?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. Sometimes it just questions like Frank Vogel, man.
Right, absolutely. It's good to question. We're fans, so we're always going to question everything, right? We want everything to go perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect. So even if we were undefeated, I'm sure we'd still be questioning certain things like, why didn't Rondo play, or So it's our job to be critical. We put our time, our money, and our passion and emotions into the team. So I understand it, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like Rondo should play like 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be like 20. It just has to be like 5 to 7 to 10 minutes. And it's like, especially when LeBron and Russ, like today, like Russ and LeBron wasn't even on the court for like 2 minutes.
Right.
Rondo was on.
Yeah, I mean, with Coach, what drives me nuts is that I never know what to expect. It's like, like a mix, like opening up a mystery box. It could be good or it could be pretty questionable, right? So I don't know, man. I'm not sold on Coach, though. I'm not sold.
Yeah, I think the rotation, it's like you don't know every night who's the starting lineup. I think that's the biggest problem with the Lakers.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think we played 2 games with the same starting lineup.
Right. And that's a problem. That is a problem, man. How can you expect? I heard Coach say the other day in a post-game interview that the biggest problem with this team is consistency. Well, it starts from the top, right? It starts all the way at the top. So I agree, man.
Yeah.
And even when we're not hurt, he's making some questionable decisions, like starting THT over Wayne Ellington or Malik Monk, who can provide floor spacing. Stuff like that. So it is disappointing, man. I hope the Lakers turn it around, bro. You got anything? Any last words for Laker Nation?
Nah, man. Just keep up the great work, man. I've been supporting you since 2017, man.
Ooh, okay.
Great work.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the support, man. All love.
Yeah, all love, man. Keep up the great work, man.
All right, brother. Take it easy. So that's gonna wrap it up for the phone calls, man. My apologies. If you haven't got through, trust me, it gets hectic. And I'm thinking of opening up another day for Phone Call Friday just to get some more of you guys in there. But it's up to you guys and for you guys to vote for it, man. It's another great version. Some of the calls dragged on a little longer, so I'm trying to implement some sort of. I'm gonna try to implement some sort of a timer or something so that everybody can try to have a voice and that way it doesn't drag on too long. But I do appreciate the calls, man, the support, the donations, all that good stuff. You guys are amazing. And you guys made another Phone Call Friday successful. So round of applause for you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I'll read a couple of comments here because I love my fans, man. And I don't want you guys to feel left out on the right side of the comment section here. He said, Westbrook was a bad idea. I would never have done it. All right, that's your take, Jake. I disagree, but I think we needed something and we didn't have too many options with what we had on the roster without trading AD and LeBron. So I think that was something we had to do. Now, some people might say Buddy Hield would have been the better option. And maybe they're right. Maybe they're wrong. But Buddy Hield has never been an impactful player on any team. At least Russell Westbrook been to the finals and an MVP during the season, and he had more accolades. So, Los Angeles is La La Land, is a star land, and we tend to go for those stars more than role players. Because Buddy Hield, up to this point in his career, all he has been is a role player. And maybe you can blame that on the player development issues with the Kings or whatever. But bottom line is, we probably would have been on his head too, all season long with his inconsistent shooting and stuff. So he's not even starting for the Kings. So all of those points, I think, support my argument of I'm okay with Westbrook being a Laker. Up to now, I think I'm going to love it if he steps up and he keeps being efficient and also limiting turnovers. But I'm okay with it right now. Westbrook needs to score more next games. I do agree, Victor. We could use a little more aggression from Russell Westbrook for sure. So let's see what happens there. My boy Denver Nuggets baby says, sub DTLF, glad you guys got that win. I think Phil Jackson would be a good replacement coach if you guys go that direction. Man, I appreciate the support, bro. Listen, Phil Jackson is no longer a coach. He's retired for good reason, man. He don't even got his hips together, He's had hip replacement surgeries and all kinds of stuff. He can barely sit for a half. So as much as I love him, we got to let his glory, extinguish into the, because he was already been phenomenal and did more than enough for us. So we can't keep reaching back to that. I always feel left out, Dan. You dissing me? Of course not, William. Hey, man, it's a full-time job to try to get everybody, make everybody happy, read all the comments, answer all the calls. I'm only one man, bro, but I got much love for you, William, and everybody else who's always a faithful subscriber, man. If you guys already have it, make sure to smash that subscription button and the post notification bell to stay current and up to date, man. Much love, Laker Nation. We're going to end that on a positive note. I will talk to you guys real soon. We play again on Sunday, so I'll see you guys for pregame unless anything breaks. But I appreciate y'all, man. Have a great night. Go Lakers, baby. At least we get the dub tonight. We get to sleep soundly. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace out.